Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is a chilly morning here in Palm Springs, California. The first Sunday of the year of 2021. I got my bunny rabbit tea here, a little cup of Earl Grey, and it's at the perfect temperature. And I wanted to check in with you and see how you're doing. I hope everyone's having a fantastic morning. I wanted to come on live to answer questions for you and see what I could do to help out. Good morning, Moy. How you doing? Hope you're having a great morning or evening, depending on where you're at. Mary, thank you for joining us from YouTube. Liz, good morning. Moonlight, all of our friends on YouTube are coming in. Good morning. I'm feeling really good about immigration for 2021. I've had a lot of messages from my clients now who are very upset, who are frustrated, and everybody wants to know when the ban is going to be lifted. And it's a source of a lot of frustration, of course, because the ban was set to expire on March 31st, and here it is, continuing until March. Trump with Biden coming in. By the way, before I get started, if you don't know me, my name is Josh Goldstein, and I'm an immigration lawyer in Los Angeles. Our firm also has an office in Boston, and I help people around the world get unstuck and achieve their immigration goals. And I'm passionate about doing that because I see so many people who are frustrated and they've got all these hassles with immigration that are standing in their way. And I love helping people get unstuck so they can be with their loved ones. Just this morning, I have clients who are coming in to be together, and they've been delayed. Clients from Afghanistan, I helped them get approved. And when I called her to get approved, she was crying. She couldn't believe it. She was so happy, and it was really one of the highlights of my year. I know the situation in Afghanistan is especially dire right now. Lincoln, I'm raising money now with GoFundMe campaign to hire you. Lincoln, message me again. Let's talk more, okay? I'd love to help you. Let me go back to some of my questions. Here's somebody. Boy, you're not helping. That's a tough one. I hope I am helping. That's what I'm trying to do. Sorry to disappoint you, my friend. Sorry to disappoint you. Richard, our friend from YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in today. YouTube, on YouTube. Richard, you said, when will the ban be lifted so we can get our H-2 visas in Belize? Richard, I hope you're doing well. Belize is such a beautiful country. My wife and I had a trip there, and we went to the western part of Belize and we saw tropical birds, and it was a real great memory for us. So shout out to you. The ban will be lifted shortly after Biden becomes president, and that's the answer I'm giving everyone. So the question that someone asked me this morning, someone sent me a message and they say, hey, is the ban going to be lifted on January 20th when Biden is inaugurated, or is it going to be lifted in 2 or 3 weeks later? I can't tell you with specificity exactly precisely when the ban will be lifted. Maybe it will be lifted on January 20th at 12:01 after Biden gets in, or maybe it'll be the next day, or maybe it'll take him a couple of weeks to get to it. I don't know. I hope it's soon. But whatever it is, it's gonna go quickly. Let's see. Charlotte, good evening from the UK. Love the UK. I have so many friends and clients there. So many friends and clients in the UK. So I hope you're doing well wherever you are. London, Bristol, Brighton, Isle of Wight. I love it all. Let's see. What other questions do we have? Tariq, good morning. I hope you're having a good day. Tariq, I hope you're having a great day too. Yeah, it's I sort of feel like I put this comment on my YouTube on Facebook, and I wondered if anybody else shares my feeling. But I feel like even though it's a new year, I feel like the new year doesn't really begin until Biden is inaugurated, because that will be a clear break from 2020 and 2019, 17, 18, 16, 15. It'll be a clear break when Biden gets inaugurated. So I sort of feel like New Year's Eve is going to be January 19th, and New Year's Day is after he's sworn in. What other questions do we have? Wait a minute. Here's a question. Zoe says, my case is at the NVC for 1 year. How long will it take? Your case should not be at the NVC for 1 year. The NVC should not take 1 year to process your case. I'd love to help you. Please, I have no idea how long it will take, but please reach out to me and let me know how I can help you out. Good morning. I'm trying to retain you as my lawyer, but they won't even want to hear my case. Sean, message me. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry you're having trouble. Message me and see if I can help you out. We need Georgia. Yeah, Georgia's on my mind. There's a Senate race there. If you live in Georgia, please get out and vote. If you're a Republican, then don't vote because it's rigged. No, I don't mean that seriously. But I hope that the Democrats take those races, because if they do, then the Democrats will control the Senate and we'll have a whole different universe. But I don't know. It sounds like I'm no expert on politics. I don't follow politics too closely, but it seems like the Democrats winning both of those seats in Georgia is going to be a long shot. Moonlight, what will happen with the members of the GOP objecting to Biden's certification? The answer is absolutely nothing. This is a political stunt, and it will go nowhere, and Biden will be inaugurated on January 20th. It's just sort of like Obama's birth certificate. It was just this thing that they do, and I mean, I think that it speaks to the fact that the Republicans are detached from reality, and they are unhappy with the results of the election, and so but Biden will be inaugurated on January 20th. There's no doubt about that. Here we have Daniela. I was DQ, documentarily qualified in July of 2020. When will I be getting an interview in Albania for CR1 category? Happy New Year. Daniela, thank you so much for tuning in on YouTube. Thank you for your question, and I hope you're having a wonderful New Year. When will you get your interview? Of course, I don't know when you'll get your interview. I expect that what will happen is when Biden gets elected when Biden is inaugurated on January 20th, that will be a change. And over the next 6 months to a year, once Biden is inaugurated, there'll be fundamental changes. There'll be new staff put in place, new civil servants who are committed to the rule of law, and there'll be a new Secretary of State. There'll be a new perspective on immigration, and with it will come changes in the way visas are processed, and that will unfold over time. The solution for people, I mean, there's for anyone who's delayed and their visas are delayed, there are only 2 ways out. And I say this in all my videos. There are 2 ways out. One is to take your hands and sit on them and keep waiting for your visa, and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. And the other way to get approved is to sue the agencies. And that's what I do. And I'm not a fan of waiting. My opinion is that waiting just leads to more waiting. Waiting leads to more waiting. So if you're sick and tired of waiting, Daniela, please reach out to me. I'd love to help you get approved quickly. Let's see, from Mehar, my friend Mehar. My CX status keeps updating, but still in process. How long is this going to take? It's more than 1 year I've been waiting. The embassy says waiting. Again, Mehar, contact me. I'd love to help you. I'd love to help you out. Let's see if I can post a comment here. I'm going to post this comment. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let me see where this is going. I'm trying to find. Aha, here we go. There's my email address. Message me and let me know how I can help. Mehar, I want you to message me. I know I can help you out. Just going through the questions. Hadi, good morning to you. Okay. Peter, how you doing, Josh? Peter, I'm doing all right. I got my Happy Bunny tea. So that's a good way to start my day. And also, there's no place I'd rather start my day than chatting live with you folks. But let me answer your question. It says here, my F3 visa is refused due to visa service suspension. Now my medical exam has expired. In this situation, does the consulate have the authority to extend or accept this? Okay, so first thing I want to tell you, Richard, is that when your visa is refused, that just means that it's temporarily pending. So refused does not mean what you think it might mean. Refused does not mean denied. Refused means pending, and that's very confusing. So when you say refused, just keep in mind your visa is pending because of visa suspension. Okay, so to answer your question, your medical exam has expired, and you want to know if the consulate has the authority to extend or accept an expired medical exam. I do not think that the consulate can do that. I think you're going to have to do a new medical exam. But I wouldn't do that now. I would hold off and follow the advice of the consulate. Only respond to their requests. Anjan says, what about the 221G process? Well, what specific question do you have, Anjan? 221G, what it is one sentence. There are three words that mean the same thing. 221G, refused, and administrative processing. Pardon me 1 second. Sorry, all of those things mean the same thing. They all mean the same thing. And what you need to know is that means that you went to a visa interview and then they said that you're refused or you're in 221G or in administrative processing. And all that means is it's a delay. And the solution for a delay is either to keep waiting or file a mandamus lawsuit. And I can tell you which one I favor, because I don't think waiting leads anywhere. And I've seen people who've been waiting for 2, 3, 4, 5, even 6 years in administrative processing. And that's absurd. That's completely absurd. Here, Syed says, my DQ September 22, still waiting for an interview in Mumbai. We can help you get this approved. You can either wait it out or you can file a lawsuit. Again, the same points I'm making in other comments. Abil from YouTube, our friend, Happy New Year and good morning to you. It says, my passport has been with the U.S. Embassy in Lagos since January 20th to date, and they still haven't processed my visa. I'm tired of waiting. Can you help? Yes, I can help. I would love to help you. Let's start 2021 by getting your visa approved. Let's get it approved. Here's Nora. I'm not sure if you're the person. I'm not sure if you are the person to ask. But I'm from Iraq and I worked with the IRD, which made me ineligible for the IOM program. IRD, I applied in 2011 and all my family did. The U.S. citizen, they asked me the same questions and medical tests has expired. and still they say it's under process. That is a very frustrating situation. Nora, I hope you contact me because I know exactly how to help you out. I put my email in the comments before this. Nora, I would love to help you and your family. I know exactly how to help you. The solution is to file a lawsuit to challenge the delay. And that's what we need to do. Ruby, Happy New Year. Love working with you. You are a wonderful person, and I can't wait to help you get approved. I just want to put my email on here again. This is my email. If you email me, I will get this directly, and I'll respond. Today, I may not be able to respond to you because it's Sunday, and I'm watching my kids. I'm hanging out with my family today after this video. We're going to go for a bike ride, and maybe we're going to go to the park. And, you know, when I'm with my family, it's really important time for me, but it also makes me think about you, and it makes me think about all of the people that I work with. And I get so much joy and happiness out of being with my family, and it makes me feel great empathy for all of you who are stuck without your loved ones. And that is something that really drives me and motivates me to help people, because I think, wow, if I can be with my family, shouldn't everyone be able to be with their family? And that's what drives me, and that's what I'm all about in terms of helping people get their visas approved. So yeah, Nora, I hope you contact me right away, because your case is one that I would love to help with. So let me find some other comments. Are you here? We have Fontina. Are you taking cases outside the U.S.? Whoever has accepted case with the NUHCR in Turkey. I don't know what NUHCR is, frankly. So I'm not sure, but I would need to know more about your details. Oh my God, it's like waiting forever. Marwan, contact me. I would love to help you out. I would love to help you. And it's good to see one of our friends from LinkedIn. I didn't know I could broadcast on LinkedIn, so I must be on there by now. So that's good. But I would love to help you. Yeah, Tariq says, enjoy your family because some of us can't. You know, Tariq, that's exactly the point I was making. I think everyone should be able to be with their families, as I am with mine. And that's what really motivates me to help you. And Tariq, I hope you can be with your family. And if there's an immigration hassle or hangup that's standing in the way of you being with your loved one and your family, then I want to help you. And that's what motivates me. And that's what I'm about. I want to bring families together and bring people together. So, yeah. Here's a question from Shivana Thakar. Thank you for tuning in. Hello, sir. My K1 visa applicator from India. My petitioner is in the U.S. I filed for a K1. What's the status? How much time will it take? Please answer. I don't know the details of your case, but I can tell you, I can speak generally about the process. So, Shrivana, I think you're in India and you're engaged to get married. So, congratulations to you on getting engaged. And I think that your fiance is in the US. The process should, under normal conditions, take about maybe a year, 14 months, something like that, from petition to when you receive your visa. And right now, the problem is that the agencies are not doing their jobs. They're not doing their jobs at all. And hopefully they will do their jobs after Biden becomes elected president and puts competent people in charge, but they're not doing their jobs. And that's why I file lawsuits to help people. So Esther, thank you for thanking me. You got your green card last summer, and I'm happy that you're tuning in on YouTube. I hope you and your family are having an absolutely wonderful new year, and I hope wish you health, happiness, and good vibes for 2021. Let's see. Wanby, please, is the I-130 part of Trump's proclamation? I'm not sure exactly. First of all, thank you for your question. I'm not sure exactly what you mean, but the I-130 is not really part of Trump's proclamation. In other words, let's say that the visa. First of all, who cares about Trump's proclamation? Trump's proclamation is going to disappear when Trump disappears, and that's going to be coming up in 19 days, 18 days, 16 days. Trump's proclamation is going to be gone. So I don't care what Trump's proclamation is about. But to answer your question, you can file an I-130 even if it's subject to Trump's proclamation. You can file the I-130. It's just that the consulate won't issue the visa if it's blocked by the proclamation. But again, the proclamation is absolutely ending, so I wouldn't worry about that. Mehar, 221G refused after the interview. It was in processing for some time, refused again, and now I've been waiting for more than 1 year. The embassy is asking to wait and delay. We've got to file the lawsuit, Mehar. Contact me. I will help you with this. Watson, are you taking cases in Florida? Yes, absolutely. I have tons of clients in Florida. Maybe you're from the Haitian community. I would love to help you. I would love to help you. Message me. Let's see. Let me find some other questions for you. Watson. Sac passe? Edward. They're still trying to fight the election results. I don't understand the method to their madness. Yeah, they don't like it. They don't like it. But Biden will take office on January 20th. Kamala Harris will be in there. I'm going to be celebrating, and I think it'll be massively helpful to the immigration community. I'm seeing another question from Nora Amro. I hope you contact me because your case is one that I would be very interested in helping with. I'm confident that I can help you out. Here's a question from YouTube. Again, love hearing from people on YouTube. YouTube is my favorite place to be, and one of my goals for 2021 is to make more videos and answer more questions and provide more value. I'm going to do a whole series of videos about how you can prepare for your interviews, your visa interviews, your re-oath interviews, your naturalization interviews, and so on. But to answer Hanad's question, the embassy asked you to redo the medical exam, the 260, after I submitted them, and they emailed me again for an oath appointment. What does that mean? Hanad, I hope it means great things. Let me tell you this. In all the cases that I've ever worked on, every single case, I have never had a case where they've asked people to redo the medical exam, redo the US 260, and do the oath appointment. I've never had a case denied in that scenario. So I think it means that they're going to issue your visa, and I hope that they do that quickly. So that's good. That's good. Abdirahman, Josh, thanks for helping us. I want to ask you, I'm waiting for my interview for 6 months in the Djibouti embassy. Can you please give me some information on when they reopen the embassy in Djibouti? My friend, the embassy is not closed. It's not closed. It's open. The embassy in Djibouti is open. They're open. Maybe they are not processing cases at the rate that they normally did. Maybe that's the case, but they are open and they are processing visas every day. And if your visa's stuck, I want you to contact me and I want to help you get approved so you can get your visa that you deserve and come to the US. Sam, one of our friends on YouTube, Happy New Year, good morning to you. If someone overstays from 2013, are they eligible for Biden's amnesty? There is no amnesty for Biden. Biden doesn't have an amnesty and probably never will. But if you overstayed your visa from 2013, then we have to find a plan for you, Sam. And that plan could be marriage to a U.S. citizen, asylum. I'm not sure, but let's talk about that. Those are some good options. Janet Hashino. Janet Hashino, one of our friends coming to us from Periscope. I'm married to a Japanese citizen. Should I insist he applies for American citizenship or no? Thanks. Well, first of all, marriage is a negotiation, a delicate negotiation, and I don't think you can insist. So Japan, if you have a Japanese passport, Japan does not allow for dual citizenship. Most countries do. So if you have a Japanese passport and you become a U.S. citizen, you have to give up your Japanese passport. No one in their right mind should give up a Japanese passport. If you have a Japanese passport, keep your green card and call it good. If I had a Japanese passport and I had the option to apply for U.S. citizenship, that's just too big of a cost. Now, if you're German, Germany doesn't generally permit dual citizenship, but if you're German, then what you can do is you can apply for a waiver through the German consulate. So I will not allow any Japanese person or any German to give up their passports. That's crazy, unless there's a really, really compelling reason. But those are two countries with wonderful passports that you certainly don't want to give up. But Janet, thank you for your question. Janet's actually a very good friend of mine. So I'm glad that she's tuning in from Periscope and asking me that question. What other questions do you have here? Charlotte, please answer my 2 questions above. Okay, I'll try and find them. Forgive me. Let me see what I can do. And I appreciate you tuning in. The interface I'm working with is a little confusing. So forgive me. Maybe you could post your question again, if you don't mind. And that's a lovely picture of you with your other person, brother, fiance, husband. It's from Rebecca. This might be a repetitive question, but for 2021, which would be faster, the fiance visa or the spousal visa? This is for a visa out of the Caribbean. The fiance visa versus marriage visa is a question that I get a lot. Which one's better? Which one's faster? Let me give you a few thoughts on that. First of all, one of the benefits of getting so I guess one of the questions is, to file for a fiance visa, you have to meet a few requirements. So just let's review them. First, you have to be a U.S. citizen. The petitioner has to be a U.S. citizen. And second, you have to have met your fiance in person within the last 2 years. So have you done that? If so, then the fiance visa is an option. I guess the first question I would ask someone who's weighing the 2 options is, how would it be possible for you to get married? Could you meet and get married right now outside the U.S.? And if so, then I think either of those options will work. I think the fiance visa is a little bit faster, but the marriage visa is simpler because you only have one process. Those are my thoughts on that. Kumal, I've been waiting for 4 years. If your visa's been pending for 4 years, then I really hope you contact me, because you would have a good case and I know how to help you out. Um, my question is, do you have any knowledge of the embassy open or closed in Cuba? There is no, the consulate in U.S. consulate in Cuba doesn't issue visas. Most Cubans they send to Guyana, to Georgetown, in my understanding. And I have several cases for Cubans in Georgetown right now. Oksana Hendricks, do you know if the Moscow embassy is open? It shows online that they're only processing emergency cases. The Moscow consulate is so difficult to get a visa approved from. I have a bunch of clients who have cases stuck in Moscow. I'm filing lawsuits, and several of them are very disappointed. It's taking a long time, and they're not happy at all. So I'm hoping that after Biden gets elected, they'll start functioning and opening cases. Have you seen a case where a mandamus lawsuit has not worked? Well, I would say there are two. That's a great question from the English philosopher John Locke. There's a couple circumstances. One is I consider a mandamus lawsuit. First of all, for people who don't know, a mandamus lawsuit that's the key focus of my work. I help people whose immigration cases are delayed, and I do it by filing a lawsuit. I sue the agencies in order to get the visas approved. And the question is, have I seen it not work? Well, just because you hire me and file a lawsuit doesn't mean that it's going to get approved, and it doesn't mean that it's going to get approved very quickly. I've had cases where I filed a mandamus lawsuit that have gotten approved very quickly, and most people have been pleased with the result. But I've had some cases that have taken longer than I would have liked. You know, if a case takes 6, 7, 8 months, that is disappointing. And I've had other cases where we filed a lawsuit and then the clients, the embassy denies the visa, and they go back through the notice of intent to revoke. It goes back to USCIS. It's been frustrating. But overall, it accelerates all aspects of the immigration process. I want to answer Charlotte's question. Let's see here. I haven't seen my fiance since July 2019 because of COVID. Will this affect our K-1 that we filed in June 2020? Also, I have had a K-1 before, but left after 5 weeks as I didn't get married. He cheated. Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible. Will this affect my current K-1 visa that's with a different person? P.S. It's my fiance in the visa. He's in the U.S. Air Force. Wow. Okay. Let me give you my thoughts on that, Charlotte. First of all, thank you again for your question. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for reposting this. I hope you get your visa very soon. But to answer your specific question, let's see here. Okay. You haven't seen your fiance visa since July 2019 because of COVID, but the requirement is that you have to have seen your fiance in person within 2 years of filing. And if you filed in June of 2020, then you meet the requirements for the K-1 visa. So that answers your first part of your question. I also now know that your picture is you and your fiance, so I think that's wonderful. Now, let me answer the second part of your question. You said that you filed another K-1, but he cheated and you didn't get married. And now you have a new person. That's horrible, and I'm really sorry that that happened to you. And I'm glad that you met your current fiance because it seems like you're incredibly happy in your photo. Having been the beneficiary of a previous petition and now you have another one going, I think what you're really, the gist of your question is that in order to be approved, you have to show that your marriage or your fiance relationship is genuine and that you really do care about each other and plan to get married, that you're really engaged, that you plan to get married. And so, I would want to see pictures of the two of you together. I'd want to see how often do you text each other on WhatsApp or whatever method that you use to communicate. But just because you were in a previous marriage relationship doesn't mean that this relationship isn't genuine. My wife and I are married, and well, obviously, and we have 2 kids, and our relationship is genuine. And when I met my wife, she had just recently she had ended a relationship with someone else, and she was engaged to get married. So I was sort of in the same situation that you are in. Again, I don't think it means that you won't get approved. I hope you get approved soon. I hope COVID ends, and you know, I think your case is a winnable one. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm going to try to come back in tomorrow and as often as I can. Take care, and God bless you all.